Jesus.
Jake Paul's world didn't just collapse. It got crushed, stomped on, and thrown into the trash after he got arrested right before his big fight on November 15th. You know, the one he's been running his mouth about for months. And let's be real, a trip to jail is basically a VIP ticket to watch your reputation burn to ashes. But don't go feeling sorry for the guy. He's done this to himself. Like, how many chances can one guy blow? It wasn't just a mistake. It was straight up sin. When you spend all your time dishing out insults, shady comments, and even throwing punches, both in and out of the ring, eventually, the universe is gonna punch back. And I bet you're thinking, maybe Jake Paul's finally gone full-blown illegal, smuggling or some next-level criminal mastermind stuff, right? But nope, not even close. The real reason behind Jake's arrest isn't some underground sandal or sneaky backroom deal. It all goes back to that wild circus of a press conference on August 18th. You remember, right? The one at the Jacob Javits Center in New York City? What was supposed to be just another over-the-top hype fest for his big fight with Mike Tyson turned into a disaster quicker than Jake's last attempt at being a boxer. From the second Jake strutted onto that stage like he owned the place, you could tell something was about to go down. This guy, who's basically built a career on trash talk, decided to take things to a whole new level. And what did he do? Oh, just casually mock Mike Tyson's illness. Yeah, because, you know, trash-talking the health issues of a man who could literally flatten you with one punch is a super smart move.
You had to go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight, so yeah. What about that, dog? I was ready before. You needed a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurt?
Jake's the type of guy who seems to think respect, honor, and sportsmanship are just optional. He didn't hold back at all. He basically told Tyson to his face that this whole fight, it's just a cash grab for him. Forget being a better fighter or even pretending to care about the sport. Jake made it crystal clear he's only in this for one thing: more money and more fame. And poor Tyson, he's just another stepping stone in Jake's never-ending quest for the spotlight. And let's not even try to pretend that Jake has any real interest in learning from a boxing legend like Tyson. Improvement? Who needs that when you've got Instagram followers and YouTube views? Jake's never been about honing his skills or showing respect. No. It's all about staying relevant, keeping his ego fed, and making sure he's the headline for as long as possible.
To do shit. I'm here to make $40 million and knock out a legend. I don't give a about anything else, and he's the one that wanted it to be a pro fight, so he's gonna get his ass knocked out real.
Meanwhile, Tyson's over here dealing with actual health problems. Ulcers, no less. He would have backed out of this whole thing and no one would have blamed him. But no. Tyson, being the fighter he is, just took a breather. Determined to come back strong and still face off with Jake. And Jake's response? Mocking him. Real classy, right?
Correct. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Jake Paul KOs Mike Tyson. I'm not here to do shit besides make a bag.
But Jake? Oh no. Self-improvement? That's for mere mortals. When he challenged Mike Perry, it wasn't because he wanted to sharpen his skills or climb the boxing ladder. Jake's more interested in growing his follower count than his actual boxing ability. Let's be honest, that whole Mike Perry thing was about as genuine as a reality TV romance. Just a desperate ploy to keep his name in lights and his face on thumbnails. Jake Paul's rise in the boxing world is like a never-ending soap opera. The kind where you keep asking yourself, is this even real? You've got the drama, the controversies, the over-the-top stunts that make you wonder if you're watching a fight or some bizarre performance art. Sure, his ego and his army of social media followers have kept him on top. But come on, let's not ignore the noise. No, actually, the straight-up yelling from fans and boxing experts alike. And what are they saying? That Jake's victories are about as legit as a rubber chicken in a cage fight. especially those TKOs. Oh, those perfectly timed TKOs.
Be in good shape because your health depends on it.
Hey, you're the one that wanted 8 2-minute rounds. You want to make it 10 threes? Don't talk to me about shape. Don't talk to me about shape.
Even Tyson wasn't buying it. He's seen enough shady stuff in the ring to know when something's off. In professional boxing, every punch counts, every second matters, and the ref is supposed to be the ultimate authority, right? But when Jake Paul's in the ring, those refs have been raising more eyebrows than Jake's ever raised fists. Remember his fight with Tyrone Woodley on August 29th, 2021? Yeah, that one. Woodley, one of the toughest guys to step into the ring, suddenly gets stopped like he hit an invisible wall. It didn't feel like boxing. It felt like we were all watching a staged magic show, with Jake pulling the strings to make sure his face didn't end up kissing the canvas. I mean, fight with Ben Askren on April 17th, 2021. Another TKO. Another "are we being pranked" moment. Askren, a former MMA champ, barely had time to blink before the ref swooped in like a helicopter parent at a playground, calling the fight before anything serious could even happen. It was like the ref had one job: protect Jake Paul's record at all costs. This isn't just a little cloud hovering over Jake Paul's career. It's a full-blown storm, the kind that makes you want to grab a poncho and some popcorn because it's about to rain on every single parade he tries to throw. And guess who's standing there with the thunder? Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the legend who's seen it all, done it all, and probably invented a few things along the way. So, when Tyson announced the knockout-only rule for their upcoming showdown, it wasn't just a minor tweak to the rulebook. Oh no, it was a straight-up challenge. A dare. No more shortcuts. No more questionable TKOs. If you want to win, you better knock me out for real. And Jake? Oh, Jake was not having it. You could practically see the panic flashing in his eyes, like someone just told him his Wi-Fi was out. Meanwhile, the crowd, they were loving every second of it. Tyson drops this bombshell, and the place explodes. People were cheering for an actual fight, not another one of Jake's sketchy victories that left everyone questioning if they just witnessed a real boxing match or a poorly scripted episode of reality TV.
Shut the up, New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York, New York, New York, you're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. New York. Dumbass Democratic City.
And Jake didn't just lose his cool, he full-on combusted. This wasn't some minor tantrum. It was a complete unraveling, and you could see the panic all over his face. The second Tyson laid down those no-nonsense rules, rules that left no room for Jake's usual antics. He was spiraling. Gone was the cocky, chest-puffed swagger he's famous for. In its place, a guy trying desperately to hold on to control as it slipped through his fingers, faster than his fans' belief in his boxing career. And the irony? Jake was all talk before this. He had been bragging about how he'd take on Tyson's rules, acting like he was ready to square up with the legend himself. Bold claims, big promises. You know, classic Jake Paul. But when reality hit and those rules became real, suddenly, the bravado vanished. It was like watching a guy realize he'd just agreed to run a marathon without knowing how to tie his shoes. The backpedaling was faster than a YouTuber running from a bad comment section. All that was left was a guy frantically trying to get out of a fight that he clearly never thought he'd actually have to go through with.
Oh, I'm not scared. Sorry, I'm not scared of shit. No, not at all. Not at all. I was born for this. I was born for this moment. The universe told me this was gonna happen. You can ask Mike. I did ayahuasca, called him up and said, we're gonna fight on the biggest stage possible. It's destiny. And now here we are years later actually making it happen. I was made for this moment.
And then, the real drama. Charges slapped down for breaching contracts and potential fraud. Tyson's legal team didn't waste a second. wrapping Jake up in a legal net so tight even his PR stunts couldn't save him. The arrest came out of nowhere, leaving Jake, along with everyone else, completely blindsided. One minute, he's living the carefree life, playing the cool, cocky boxer. And the next, he's being carted off looking like a kid who got busted stealing cookies before dinner. Not exactly the image of the fearless fighter he's been trying to sell, right? But no matter how you spin it, Jake's pretty much finished after this arrest, completely wrecked with no way back. But hey, unlike Jake, you can definitely bounce back if you hit that subscribe button below.